And a follow-up to our earlier story, voter registration for next month's municipal by-elections is on its last day today. The elections will take place in 40 wards nationwide. The Independent Electoral Commission says voter registration stations will be opened until 5 this afternoon. Senior reporter Malungelo Booi is on that story for us and joins us now from Kliptown. Malu, very good morning. Do we have a high turnout as yet?
Hi there, Hugo. In fact, we just arrived here about, 5 minutes ago. We've interacted so far with the presiding officer of the voting station, saying that at least, things went according to plan yesterday. But there was a bit of a scuffle outside amongst some members of some different political parties. That's what she said. But she said that did not actually affect, the voter registration. So far, though, I've seen at least 2 people going inside this voting station to register. So it's going to be interesting then to see how many people come out to register. This is Ward 17, Hugo, in Kliptown. So it's sort of like borders between Soweto and El Dorado Park, and it's one of several wards here in Johannesburg where the municipal by-elections will be held next month. As you rightfully said, Hugo, I mean, today is the last day for people to come and register. At least people who are living in those 40 wards nationwide will be taking part in the by-elections next month. So there's 2 dates that have already been announced by the Independent Electoral Commission. We know special votes of these by-elections will take place on the 18th of May, and then the rest of the people will then vote on the 19th of May. So in Ward 17, Hugo, let me give you a sense as the number of people that will be voting in Ward 17. This is one of the voting stations that falls under Ward 17. There's about 18,000 people that are registered to vote here in Ward 17. So all of those people then are expected to come out and sort of like register and also verify also some of their documentations, some of their particulars. Part of that, though, people will then need to bring their identification and also their proof of address. And also, if you don't have your ID document, you are allowed to bring in your smart ID card so that you can be able to register for all that important by-elections next month. Hugo.
A couple of questions, Malu. Do you have an idea of how many people turned up yesterday? Do we have a lot of people that came through? And secondly, COVID protocols, I think, has been obviously high on the agenda. The management of those processes, are they being adhered to? Do they have those plans in place?
Yeah. Well, it's not clear, Hugo, as to how many people essentially came out to register to vote yesterday nationwide in those 40 wards. But I think that information is going to become clearer, really, perhaps later in the day or even in the week when the Independent Electoral Commission actually informs us as journalists how the voter registration weekend was. But of course, when you go inside this particular voting station, in fact, I'm hoping to take you inside maybe at around 10 o'clock so you can see the safety protocols that are there. As you enter the voting station, there is an official there that will sanitize your hands. And then when you go inside, you also you're greeted by officials who too will remind you that you need to keep social distancing. But also the Independent Electoral Commission, Hugo, did urge people that will be coming out to the vote for the voter registration to make sure that they wear their mask. And it has made it clear that you cannot be able to go inside the voter registration station if you don't have your mask. Bear in mind, we're still living, of course, in these challenging times of COVID-19. Hugo.
Malu, thank you very much. We'll catch up with you later to see, as you say, the COVID protocols that are being followed at that particular ward.